Hey friends, it's Corey from Hey Let's Make Stuff. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about the new Cricut Explore 5. This is Cricut's newest machine, along with the Cricut Joy 2, which I reviewed earlier this week. Now, this is the first time the Cricut Explore has had a full redesign, so this looks very different from the previous editions of the Cricut Explore. And in this video, we're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about what's new, what has stayed the same, and whether or not I like it and would recommend it. Right now, Cricut is only selling this as an essentials bundle, so it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. In the future, you'll be able to buy it as just as the machine itself, but for now, I think most people are going to end up buying the essentials bundle. And I have to say that this is the most stuff that has come with kind of the bundle that everybody's going to buy since I've had the original Cricut Explore. It comes with a lot of stuff, and I think that's really, really smart on Cricut's part, because that means that you can buy this machine and you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff to go with it. You basically get everything you need inside the box. So let's talk about what is in this essentials bundle. Of course, you get the machine. We'll go into all of this here in a minute, but you also get a bunch of tools. So you get your fine point blade as well as a scoring tool. Now, depending on the machine that you get, you may get the old housing for the blade and then this newer looking housing for the scoring stylus. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but not yet. Just know that it comes in the box. For the blade, if you get the old housing and blade, you're going to swap out the blades just like you have with every other Cricut. You're going to be able to buy replacement blades and swap them out inside the housing. If you get the blade housing that looks more like this, however, it's a one-piece system. So you'll be buying the housing and the blade together as like one piece. I don't love it. I didn't love it on the Cricut Joy that I reviewed earlier this week. I think that it's just a little bit more waste than we need, but I do think it makes it easier for beginners, and maybe that's why Cricut is doing it, but it really depends on which one you get in the box, right? I got the old blade, you might get the new blade. If you have a previous edition of a Cricut Explore, this is the same thing, or even if you have a Cricut Maker, this is the same fine point blade. You can go ahead and swap that out and just continue using it if you'd like, or you can use the new blade system. You're also gonna get quite a few tools. So we have a scraper, a spatula, a weeding tool, and their new double-sided universal pen. And again, we're going to talk about pens here in a little bit, but note that Cricut is changing the pens that they're using, and it has a slightly thicker barrel and they're double-ended, which I do like, but this can be a little bit of a problem, and we'll go into that in a minute. And then additionally, you're going to get a full-size paper trimmer. I love a good paper trimmer. I think I've got 4 or 5 of these now. I use them all the time, all over my office for a bunch of different things. And I think this is a really good addition because you will be using it as a Cricut crafter. The Essentials bundle also comes with 2 mats. So we get a 12 by 12 light grip mat, as well as a card mat that can make 2 cards at one time. And then we have a bunch of materials. So I'm just gonna go through here. I'm not gonna list off every little thing. You can go look at the specs, but we do have Smart Iron-On, we have transfer tape, we have smart vinyl, we have some cardstock, we have printable vinyl, and we have some insert cards. This is a lot of stuff that comes with this bundle, and I really appreciate Cricut understanding that people are really confused when they buy a Cricut and they're like, what else do I need to get? Well, with this machine, you don't really need to get anything else to start. You have a bunch of materials to work with, you have mats, you have all your tools. You can make a lot of things straight out of the box without having to buy anything else. Of course, as you start to craft more, you will want to get different types of materials, maybe you'll get different types of tools, but overall this is a pretty good bundle if you are just starting out and you just don't know how to use a Cricut and you want to get started without having to buy a bunch of extra stuff. All right, now let's talk about the machine itself. So obviously this has had a full redesign. It does not look like what Cricuts have looked like in the past. It does not have the fold up lid, it just has this fold down front door. Now, when I fold this up, we have a giant slot that is still open. And I don't like it. I have a Bernese Mountain Dog. His hair is everywhere. And I just feel like this is going to be sort of a dust magnet. I think this is also an issue with the Cricut Joy 2, although that one is like fully open and I feel like almost easier to clean. This feels like stuff is just going to get trapped in here and sit in here, and I'm going to have to spend a lot more time cleaning it. And when we're talking about the body case, we also have a couple of different designs for storage within the machine itself. So previous Cricut machines have had a little tool cup on the side where you could put, your pens or whatever. This does not have that anymore. We also do have storage in the front door here. However, it's not as organized as the storage in the other Cricut Explore machines. It does not have a place specifically for your blades. It's just sort of open season on what you want to throw in there. Depending on how you use this, you may or may not care. I don't actually store anything inside my Cricut because I have so much other storage up here. So I've never really used the drawers or even the tool cup. I don't use it. However, if that's something you've used in the other Cricut machines, you will definitely notice a lack of a tool cup on this one and lack of sort of an organizational system inside the door. As far as other changes go, it doesn't have that top lid that needs to open. So if you wanted to put this on a bookshelf where you didn't have the space to like lift open that top lid, this might work a little bit better. Again, though, I really wish they'd found a way to cover that big hole. I don't know if that might be a slide out piece or a flip up piece. I'm not sure, but overall, I don't know. I don't particularly love the case redesign on this, and I think it's because mostly for me it's going to be a dust issue, but it may not matter as much to you. We are also seeing a big change when it comes to scoring with this machine. So previous Cricut Explore machines used the scoring stylus, and this would go where you would put the pen and it could score and cut your project in one go. Now we have this tool, which goes in the same place as the blade. So you can't cut and score your project all in one go. You have to swap out the blade in between. So you'll put your scoring stylus in first, it will pause, and then you'll have to swap it out for the blade. Do I love it? Not really. I feel like it is kind of a step backward. It was really nice to be able to score and cut in one pass. This feels a little bit more fussy. I'm not really sure why they did this, but this is not my favorite change. We also have a big change when it comes to pens. Now, I think Cricut is moving toward more compatibility across their line of machines, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more here in this video. But for now, it means that, unfortunately, the original Cricut pens don't work in this machine. So we have our new Cricut pens, which are double-sided, which I really like, and they have a slightly larger barrel. So they'll go ahead and just fit right in here, and they fit really nicely. However, if you have an old Cricut pen, and you put it in here, it's really wibbly wobbly. Now I think there's going to be an adapter. I've seen other people talking about an adapter. I don't have an adapter. I couldn't find where to buy an adapter. So basically all of these pens are useless in this machine now, and that is very annoying to me. Once the adapter's out, you will be able to use all of your pens. Great. But I do feel like the machine should have just come with that adapter so that I don't have to let all of these pens sit here basically being unusable with this machine. If it had come with the adapter, I would have been much happier. My guess is that these new pens are going to work across basically the entire line of machines going forward. This pen works in my Cricut Joy 2, it works in my Cricut Explore 5. I assume it will work in all future Cricut machines, at least for the next few generations. I like this idea, but right now it's really annoying without an adapter. So clearly I have not loved all of the changes for this new machine, but one of the things I do love is that they are trying to get that price down for everybody. So this bundle that I bought retails at $249. At some point the machine will be available just by itself for $199. When the Cricut Explore 4 launched, it was $249 and it didn't come with all of the extras that I showed earlier. So they are definitely trying to get the price down on these machines, and I appreciate that because I don't have a lot of extra money right now. My guess is that you don't have a lot of extra money right now, and I think that they are making a good move in trying to make things a little bit more affordable for crafters. Now let's talk about price and quality when it comes to this machine. I feel like Cricut has always prided itself on being sort of the premium craft machine brand, the sort of Apple of the crafting world, right? Where they have really used high-end materials to create their machines. But they've always had that reflected in the price tag. But with people's budgets changing, they've had to pivot a bit and lower their manufacturing costs, and I think you can tell a little bit in this machine. I have cut some projects, they've all been fine for me, and that's really what's important to me. Am I getting a good result with what I want to do with the machine? And so far I've had good luck. But I do want to note that there have been some users that have had issues when using the blade and the pen at the same time. Basically, as the pen is drawing, the blade is dragging and causing problems with their projects. I haven't experienced that with this machine, but I believe other people have, and that's a problem. So I don't know, maybe they've cut some corners and this machine still has some issues that they need to work out. Let's go ahead and make a quick project so you can see how all of this works. Because this came with the card mat and some of those insert cards, we're gonna make a card. For this project, of course, you'll need your Cricut. We are going to use the card mat. I'm going to use one of the insert cards that came in the box. This one has the card itself, it has the insert piece, and it has an envelope. Then you're gonna need 3 tools. You're gonna use the pen. Again, use the pen that comes with it because your old pens won't work. And then I highly recommend having both a spatula and scraper to help you remove the card from the mat. Here in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to choose this simple thank you card. Now I wanted to make this one because I want to test, again, the writing and cutting capability at the same time. I didn't have an issue on the first card that I made when I was testing, but it's good to test again. I want to make sure. So let's go ahead and click Make It. Here you'll see the prepare screen, and we want to change this to the 2 card mat because that's what we're using for this. That's what came with the machine. Everything else looks good, so let's click Continue. I'm going to choose Insert Card Cardstock. It's going to have me insert that pen, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare my card to cut. So back here, we're going to be using just one side of our card mat. You could make 2 cards at the same time. Let's take off the piece there, and then we can slide our card into the card mat. So I'm going to open it up, and if you've never used this mat before, it is sort of double layered. So we're going to slide the back part of our card inside the 2 layers here. So I'm going to slide this in, and then we're going to close it, and we're ready to cut. Now I'm going to use my pen here. I'm going to just use the pen side, not the marker side, and I'm going to insert it here into the little cup here and push it down until it clicks. I have my blade inserted already. So one thing I forgot to mention earlier that I should have mentioned is that this has a load and go sort of setup, and I actually kind of like it. It means that you don't have to press the go button anymore. You're basically going to load it and it's going to cut. So my card has cut. I did not see any blade dragging, but that doesn't mean it's not happening to other people. So I just wanted to double check. I still am not having a problem, but it did draw and it cut. Now, when you're going to remove this, I find the spatula to be the most helpful. Basically, you're going to kind of lift it up here. I accidentally bent that a little bit. I probably should have primed this mat, so put my fingers on it a little bit, get a little bit oily so that it can lift up more easily, but let's see, there we go. For some cards, you can also flip this over and sort of peel the mat away from your project. It's a little harder with this particular mat, but honestly sometimes easier than the spatula. Oh, yeah, that worked. So now I can pull my card out, and I have this part of my card. Then I can grab my insert card, and I'm gonna open this up. And sometimes I will actually put a little bit of spray adhesive on this side to get this to stick better, but for this one I don't think we're going to need it. Helps on some really delicate ones. We're just going to do our insert card into these little slots on the corners. And we have our project. This is a very quick project to make, but it shows that you can make projects straight out of the box when you buy that Essentials bundle. Let's wrap up this video with my recommendation. Should you buy this machine? Maybe? Honestly, it is not my favorite machine that Cricut has put out. I really like that little Joy 2 that came out, but this one feels almost like it's a step backwards. There are quite a few features that I feel like they could have worked harder on getting right. So for example, like the fact that you have to switch out that scoring tool. You didn't have to do that in the old machines, and now you have to do it. It feels like a step backwards. I really wish that they had made it easier to use the pens I already have. Just include an adapter in the box. Instead, I have a whole bunch of pens I can't use with this machine. While I don't mind the overall look of the machine, I hate this slot, guys. I really do. I feel like there should have been a better way to get this fully covered like every other Cricut machine we've seen. I don't love it. I feel like it is a dust, glitter, dog hair magnet, and I'm going to spend a lot of time cleaning this machine. I also don't think it is particularly attractive with this giant slot open on the top. You know, you want to set it on your bookshelf or whatever. The other ones are all nice and enclosed, and this one just has like all the inner workings showing. So I don't love that. There are a few things I do like. I do like that they're trying to get the price lower so that more crafters can use a Cricut machine. That I do appreciate. I also like that it does seem like they are working toward more compatibility across their lines of machines. I think this is probably a good financial move for them because if you don't have to make a different type of pen for every type of machine, you can do it more inexpensively. However, like I said with the pens, this is driving me crazy right now because I can't use any of the pens that I already have for my machines. So I do like that they're working that direction, but this feels like an unnecessary step in that evolution. So do you want to buy it? If you have a current Cricut Explore 3 or Explore 4, no, I really don't think you need to upgrade. I think the machine that you have right now is going to work just fine. If you're thinking about getting a Cricut Explorer, you sort of have two options at this point. You can get an older Cricut Explore 3 or Cricut Explore 4. My guess is they're going to be on sale, and you can use those. I use mine all the time. It's a great machine. But maybe you want to get your first Cricut Explorer and you want to get in and kind of on the ground floor of this new era of machines. Maybe this is the right machine for you. It's not necessarily a bad machine. I just think it could have been a better machine. And I'm kind of annoyed by it because Cricut is usually really good about creating really good machines. And this one feels okay. And after having a really great machine in the Cricut Explore 4, it definitely feels like a step back. So that is my review of the Cricut Explore 5. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. If this video helped you in your purchasing decisions, please give it a like. Follow my channel for more Cricut content. I'll see you next time.